You think your cat ignores you. You're wrong. Every time you call my name, I answer you. You just don't understand the language. And that misunderstanding? It's the reason you keep missing the one moment when your cat is actually trusting you the most. Because when I turn my back on you, that's not disrespect. That's risk. Because if I'm wrong about you, I don't get a second chance. But first, we need to clear up a few things you've been getting very, very wrong. You walk into the living room. I am sitting on the rug, my back perfectly aligned with your line of sight. You say my name. Mia! Nothing. You say it louder. Mia! Maybe my left ear twitches. Just a fraction of an inch backward. But I don't turn around. I don't look at you. I don't make a sound. You walk away, probably muttering something under your breath. You think I am arrogant. You think I simply do not care. Trust me, I am entirely aware of your existence. And this is where humans get it completely wrong. When you call my name from the sofa, you think I hear a word. I don't. I hear everything. Your breath, the shift of your weight, the moment the room changes. Nothing about you is quiet to me. You can hear sounds up to about 20,000 hertz. I hear up to 64,000. The fluorescent light in the kitchen isn't just bright to me, it screams. The battery in your toothbrush whines from inside the cabinet. And right now, I can hear a beetle under the floorboards near the front door. You can't. You never can. Your world is quiet. Mine never is. But here's the part you keep missing. I have 32 muscles in each ear. You have 6. I can rotate them independently, 180 degrees, like radar dishes. When my back is turned and you say, Mia, that single ear twitch toward your voice is the biological equivalent of me spinning my whole body around, pointing a giant spotlight on your face and shouting, I hear you! I acknowledged you. The transaction was complete. You missed it because you were waiting for eye contact, but that was only what my ears were doing. You haven't noticed what the rest of my body was telling you. Because you're also ignoring the rest of my body. You are looking exclusively at my face while my entire body is talking to you. When you say, Mia, and I'm facing the window staring at a squirrel, look at my tail. Does the very tip of it flick once? Yes, it does. A single tail flick is a direct verbal response in my language. It means message received, subtle, elegant, energy efficient. But you miss it every time because you want the full Broadway production. You want me to jump up and run to you. And here's the mistake you keep making. You don't actually want to understand your cat. You want something that reacts on command, something predictable, something easier. Cats aren't that. When you call a dog, it drops whatever it's doing, runs frantically across the room, crashes into your knees, and stares up at your face, panting. You think that is love. It's neediness. It is a pack animal desperately seeking constant validation from its alpha. Cats are solitary hunters. We don't have a pack structure. We don't have an alpha. We don't do things just to make you feel validated. We survive by conserving our energy for when it absolutely matters. In my language, proximity is enough. The fact that I chose to sit on the living room rug in the exact same room as you, instead of sleeping hidden under the bed in the guest room, is a massive statement of affection. I am sharing my territory with you. I am choosing your gravitational pull. But you want the dog version. You want me to jump on your lap every single time you speak. If I gave you that level of validation every single time, it wouldn't mean anything. My undivided visual attention is expensive. When I do turn around and give you that slow, deliberate blink, I want it to count. But that's still not the real reason. And this is where it gets uncomfortable. You think you're the safe one in this room. You're not. You're just the biggest. I live in a world where something bigger than me can end me in seconds. That never really turns off. Do you have any idea how exhausting it is to run a nervous system like that? Every single day. Even here, in the safe, perfectly climate-controlled apartment on the 4th floor, My brain still runs that ancient software. Scan, listen, evaluate, constantly. I am downloading massive amounts of sensory data every single second. When I'm sitting on the windowsill, looking out at the parking lot, and you say my name, I am already tracking 3 birds outside, the delivery truck pulling in downstairs, and the bizarre noise the refrigerator started making last Tuesday. My processor is running at 90% capacity. If I turn my head to look at you, I have to physically stop tracking the environment. Break my monitoring sweep. And for what? To confirm that you are exactly where I already know you are? I can hear the air moving in and out of your lungs. You're on the couch holding your weird, glowing rectangle. You're secure. The perimeter is secure. And this is the part you won't like, because it means this was never about me. It was about how you see me. I am not ignoring you. I am managing the security of our shared territory. But here's what people never think about. What happened before I got here? And it explains everything. Before this apartment, before the premium grain-free food and the overpriced rug, I was in a shelter, a metal cage in a loud, bright room in Austin. In the shelter, you never turned your back on anything. You couldn't afford to. Barking dogs, erratic animals, strangers tapping on the glass. Back there, turning your back wasn't trust. It was a mistake. And mistakes didn't last long. They ended fast. I spent weeks pressed flat against the very back wall of my cage, eyes wide open, watching every single movement in front of me, facing forward, claws ready. It costs so much energy to be that afraid all the time. And last month, when you put me in the carrier and took me to Dr. Chen, we do not like Dr. Chen. He smells like rubbing alcohol and fear. You paid him $200 to look in my ears and tell you I was perfectly healthy. During that entire 45-minute ordeal on the cold metal table, notice what I did. I did not turn my back on him once, not for a second. I watched his every move, because I did not trust him. But when we got back to our apartment, that was different. Now you understand why what I do next matters more than any word I could speak. Do you know what happens when a cat turns its back on something in the wild? Usually, they get eaten. The back is the most vulnerable part of my body. I don't have eyes behind my head. I can't defend myself from an attack from behind. My entire defense system is built to face a threat head-on. Claws forward, teeth forward, vision locked. So when I walk into the living room, sit down on that rug right in front of you, and then deliberately, consciously, turn my back to you, I am giving you the ultimate expression of trust. I am telling you that out of everything in this loud, chaotic, unpredictable world, you are the one single thing I do not need to watch. I don't keep my eyes on you because I know, deep in my DNA, that you will not hurt me. I feel entirely safe with you positioned behind my most vulnerable side. I am saying to you, I will watch the front. You watch my back. That's the deal. You just didn't realize. You agreed to it the moment you let me stay. And you sit there on your couch and think I'm just being a jerk. We communicate in micro-expressions. A tiny flick of the tail, a millimeter twitch of the ear, the deliberate positioning of our bodies in the room. Staring, in my language, is an intense sign of aggression. It is a physical challenge. It means I am calculating a threat. Turning away from you, resting near you without hyperfixating on you, that is peace. That is family. I drop my guard for exactly one human being on this planet. Every single time I sit with my back to you, I am proving it. So the next time you call my name and I just sit there, don't take it personally. Look closer. Watch my right ear pivot toward your voice. Watch how relaxed my shoulders are. Notice that my tail isn't thrashing. I hear you perfectly. I know exactly where you are. And I am exactly where I want to be, next to you. In that moment, I'm not ignoring you. I'm trusting you. And trust is quiet. Next time, why I walk across your face at 3 a.m. That's also a compliment, although you'll find it harder to believe. If you recognized your cat in any of this, you already know what to do. Same language, quiet, no extra words, just the button. I'll be here, like always.